Florida governor and potential 2024 Republican presidential candidate Ron DeSantis announced today that he wants a grand jury investigation into the rollout of the COVID vaccines. DeSantis hosted a roundtable of medical professionals, along with people who say that they're suffering from adverse effects to their health since getting a COVID shot.
Today, I'm announcing a petition with the Supreme Court of Florida to impanel a statewide grand jury to investigate any and all wrongdoing in Florida with respect to COVID-19 vaccines. And we anticipate that we will get the approval for that.
Now, I have to admit, I'm a bit confused. I didn't even know the state Supreme Court can impanel a grand jury. But what wrongdoing is he alleging? DeSantis compared the new legal action to previous lawsuits issued against pharmaceutical companies connected to the opioid crisis.
Maybe with what we're doing today, we'll be able to get the data whether they want to give it or not, because in Florida, it is against the law to mislead and to misrepresent, particularly when you're talking about the efficacy of a drug. We see just recently, Florida got $3.2 billion through legal action against those responsible for the opioid crisis. And so it's not like this is something that's unprecedented.
Well, except that was based on lawsuits that had been filed by various people against the opioid makers for wrongdoing. This sounds like a bit of a fishing expedition, filing a legal action to uncover alleged wrongdoing that may or may not have existed. But apparently Florida grand juries can examine problems in Florida and make recommendations. And this is presumably part of an effort to get pharmaceutical companies to provide their data on the COVID vaccines to independent researchers. That doesn't seem like a bad idea. Look, I don't want to dismiss the concerns of people who say they have been among the rare cases of patients negatively impacted by the vaccine. But I'll admit, I don't totally get this. So joining us now is Dave Aronberg, state attorney for Palm Beach County there in Florida. All right, Dave, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. All right, first let me ask you on the legal front, what exactly is he doing? How does this work? He's asking the state Supreme Court to impanel a grand jury?
Yeah, good evening, Dan. Florida law is pretty broad. It does allow the governor to go to the Supreme Court and get a grand jury impaneled. There are three requirements. First, you have to have good and sufficient reason, and it's pretty broad what that means. You have to deem it in the public interest. And third, it's got to be a crime or a wrong that's committed over multiple circuits, meaning counties that represent a judicial circuit. So he's going to the state Supreme Court. He's going to say that the vaccine manufacturers misled the public, and as such, there should be a grand jury. Now, mind you, the Attorney General could have done this on her own and launched an investigation, but that doesn't provide the political pop that the governor wanted here.
Does he have to show, you mentioned he has to show that there was a crime or wrong. Is he going to have to show that to the Supreme Court before this grand jury is impaneled? And what kind of evidence would he have to present?
I read the application. There is no evidence. He's just alleging that there's a wrong. He said it's obvious that there are people who did things wrong here. And look at the history of the pharmaceutical industry. They're rife with misrepresentations. It is ironic in that press conference that he brought up the opioid manufacturers. Do you know what did not result in a statewide grand jury? The lawsuits against the opioid manufacturers. The governor did not go to the state Supreme Court to get a grand jury against the opioid manufacturers. So here we're doing something totally different than we've done before, and the governor is doing this because he's motivated by 2024 politics.
But what about the claim that the pharmaceutical companies have not been sharing any of their data, et cetera, with any independent researchers? On its face, that seems like a reasonable request.
If the Attorney General of Florida wanted to investigate, she could issue a subpoena. She could get that same information. So he doesn't have to impanel a grand jury to do it, but the governor wants to get out front on this, especially because he's running for president against Donald Trump, who is the face of the vaccine for many on the right. Donald Trump's vaccines are the enemy to so many on the right, and now you have Ron DeSantis running to Donald Trump's right. This is about politics, not about policy.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.